So she's 17. She's in high school. And she's being toyed with by some of the other kids because they know she's different. They'll say, "Sing for me." And they'll try to get her to sing for her, or they'll pick on her in gym and take the ball away from her and, whatever, stuff like that.
Of course, we don't want people to make fun of her, and of course, we don't want her to have a hard time by rude, mean people making fun of her. But we want to say to you, it's not uncommon at all for almost every teenage girl in the world that you know to feel terribly uncomfortable in their environment, because it's a really rare one that has any sense of their own vibrational gap, and it's a really rare one who is tending to their own vibrational gap. Instead, they're trying to please this one, or trying to dress the way that one thinks they should, and dye their hair the color that that one thinks they should, and they're trying to fit with this clique, and they're trying to not be part of that. In other words, there are very few really happy teenagers in high school because they've been socialized to the point that they've lost track of their own guidance, you see. Every now and again, someone comes forth into a physical body with a stronger than ever determination that they will not be a square peg hammered into a round hole. Every now and again, energies come forth with a decision within them to be different enough that they will not be socialized. They're a fickle group out there. First of all, they're not as interested in you as you think they are, no matter who you are. And as soon as you stand on your head to please one in this way, then they need you to stand on your head to please them in that way. And anyway, then there's this power struggle over who are the ones who are supposed to be pleased. Which group should I be catering to? It just makes you nuts, especially when you are a teenager. So if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would say to ourselves, in an effort to turn with the current rather than against it, and feel the difference. They're picking on her. She doesn't know what to do. She's a target of their scorn. It's upsetting to her. Feel how that feels, and feel the current you're going against. And then say things such as, she was born different, and she was born different for a reason, and she's always been marching to the beat of her own drummer, and isn't that what Abraham's trying to get us all to do? We agree with you. We think it's a sad thing that the world is not kinder. But we're not saying it only in the way that you mean it. We don't like that they're not kind to her because we don't like the way it makes her feel. But we don't think it is hurting her as much as it is hurting them. She's more in vibrational alignment with who she is than they are, you see. They're not getting to her in the way they're getting to you about her. They're hurting themselves so much more by using her or anyone as their target of scorn. But then you got to give it to them. Your inner being certainly would. It is only in their inferiority that they are trying to level the playing field. No one tuned in, tapped in, turned on would ever be mean to someone else. If you saw someone laying in the street bleeding, we know you'd do your best to help them. But when you see someone spewing venom with words, or beating up on someone, or being unkind, you don't feel like helping them. You feel like telling them off. You feel like putting them in their right place. But they are in as much need of help as the one bleeding in the gutter, because they've lost their way, you see. And part of the reason that they're after her is because on some level, these mean girls, and they're not inherently mean, they're just feeling mean because that's where they are in their feeling of out of controlness in their own life. They see her as more together. She's more joyful more of the time than they are, and frankly, that just bugs them. That's why they're making fun in that way. In other words, it certainly is psychology gone bad, and it certainly is unkind of them, and it certainly isn't something that at any level we would encourage. But can't you feel that when you understand them, you go with the flow, and when you just hate them, you go against the flow? Can't you feel that your daughter has come forth to help all of you go more with the flow instead of setting these petty, awkward, unimportant standards as your reason for embracing or accepting one another? And so every now and again, someone comes forth saying, I'm not likely to agree with you because I have a different vantage point. And you can ridicule me, you can heckle me, you can drop bombs on me, you can lock me up, you can do anything that you usually do in order to try to socialize me. Don't you find your society interesting? First, we just dangle it out there for you, hoping that you'll go along with it, and then the coercion gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and if you really don't keep our rules, we'll just lock you up. Do you know that your daughter is already among the best teachers on the planet? And what she's come to teach everyone is, don't let the fears of your parents keep you from your dreams.